My sister-in-law tried to ruin my marriage for years, not knowing I own her home. It started at my own wedding reception. My husband Ryan's sister Nicole walked up to me at the dessert table, smiled sweetly for the guests watching, and whispered that I'd never be good enough for her brother. She said she'd make sure our marriage didn't last 2 years. I thought she was joking. Some kind of weird sibling overprotectiveness, but Nicole meant every word. The first year, she started small, mentioning Ryan's ex-girlfriends at family dinners, bringing up old photos of him with other women, tagging him in posts with comments like, "Remember when you dated someone who actually fit in with us?" She'd invite Ryan to family events and conveniently forget to mention I was welcome too. Ryan noticed some of it and told her to stop. She'd apologize, cry a little, say she was just having trouble adjusting to sharing her brother. Then she'd start again a week later. By year 2, Nicole escalated. She started texting Ryan screenshots of my social media, twisting innocent posts into evidence I was hiding something. A photo with a male coworker became proof I was cheating. A girls' night out became me prioritizing friends over family. She'd call Ryan late at night to cry about her own problems, keeping him on the phone for hours when he should have been sleeping. I found out she'd been telling their parents I was controlling Ryan's finances, isolating him from family, and preventing him from visiting. None of it was true, but I'd catch his mom looking at me differently at holidays. His dad stopped hugging me hello. The thing that kept me calm was something Nicole didn't know, something Ryan didn't even know yet, because the timing had never been right to explain. Year 3 brought the direct attacks. Nicole started showing up at our house unannounced, letting herself in with the spare key Ryan had given her. She'd rearrange things slightly, move photographs, leave cabinets open. Small things designed to make me feel crazy when I mentioned them. She told Ryan I'd been rude to her when they were alone, conversations that never happened. She forwarded him emails I'd supposedly sent her, except I'd never written them. The email address was one letter off from mine. I started documenting everything. Screenshots, timestamps, recordings of her actual behavior versus what she claimed. I kept a folder on my laptop that grew thicker every month. Then Nicole's husband Marcus lost his job. They'd been living beyond their means for years, and suddenly they couldn't make their mortgage payment. Nicole called Ryan crying, asking for a $50,000 loan to save their house. Ryan came to me torn apart. He wanted to help his sister, but knew we didn't have that kind of money liquid. He asked what we should do, and I told him I needed to look into something first. That's when I decided it was time to tell him. When I was 24, before I ever met Ryan, I'd inherited money from my grandmother. Not life-changing money, but enough to invest wisely. I'd bought 4 rental properties over the years, managed quietly through an LLC my financial advisor helped me set up. I'd never told Ryan because the money felt separate from us, and honestly, I'd wanted him to love me without knowing about it. One of those properties was a 3-bedroom house in Maple Heights that I'd purchased in 2019, Nicole's house. I'd never made the connection when she moved there because the purchase was handled entirely through my property manager. I only found out 8 months ago when I was reviewing my portfolio and saw the tenant names on the lease: Nicole Patterson and Marcus Patterson, 247 Birchwood Lane. They'd been renting from me for 4 years without knowing it. I'd kept paying their property manager, kept maintaining the house, never raised their rent even when the market justified it. And for 4 years, Nicole had been trying to destroy my marriage while literally living under my roof. The night Ryan asked about the loan, I sat him down and told him everything. About the properties, the inheritance, the LLC. His face went through confusion, surprise, and then something like awe. He asked why I'd never said anything, and I explained I'd wanted our relationship to be about us, not money. Then I showed him the lease agreement, his sister's signatures, 4 years of rent payments processed through my company. Ryan was quiet for a long time. Then he asked what I wanted to do. I told him I'd been patient for 4 years. I'd let Nicole attack me, lie about me, try to poison his family against me. I'd never defended myself because I didn't want to make him choose between us. But now she needed something from me, and I had a folder full of evidence showing exactly who she really was. Ryan called Nicole the next morning and told her to come over, that we had a solution for her housing situation. She arrived with red eyes and a grateful smile, already thanking us before she walked through the door. I invited her to sit down at the kitchen table. Then I opened my laptop and pulled up the property deed, because what happened next showed everyone who the real villain in this family was. The rest of the story is linked below or on my channel.